Greetings, my fellow pod pilots of New Eden, EddieRio here, and still rocking at the Stabber fleet issue. In this video, I'm up against the might of the Caldari ships and what they can throw at me, and I will link my fit in the description. I really like this fit. I think the armor dual rep Stabber fleet issue is just an awesome ship to fly, especially in low sec for faction warfare. Not quite so much perhaps in no sec, but in faction warfare this ship and fitting does so well. I'm up against a Drake here, and I do manage to get web and scram on him at one point, but then he manages to get away, and I soon realised that he's 100 MN afterburner fit, so he's got an oversized afterburner, so he can go pretty fast even if I scram him, but he's got the turning circle of a potato. The incoming DPS that I'm experiencing is minimal, and I feel at this point the only way to play this is to start taking the damage and perhaps make it out as if I'm gonna die. So I'm not activating my armor reps because I think that I will be able to rep this up quite quickly if I need to, as I need him to sort of come back in for the kill. As you can see, he's flying away from me, but he's lost his point, so I've kind of got no other play here other than to not rep and hope that he does an about turn and come in for the kill, as it were. I mean, the damage is so low on me, I guess I'm pretending that I was shield fit and, you know, he might have a chance here. And just as I'm starting to think about maybe warping out and returning my drones, he does that about turn that I want, and I can see that because I'm zoomed in on his ship watching what he does, and I think, right, I've actually got a chance here. It's strange how things go sometimes, isn't it? Obviously his mentality was at first to get away from me because he felt that he was losing the battle, but then he felt the tables were turned as he got me into armor, perhaps thought that I was a shield fit stabber, and then decided to make that turn to come in. So he comes back in lock range for me, I get my drones and guns on him and just hope that he's going to get closer. I activate one repper to just help me a little bit. It's a fine line that you've got to play here between, you know, baiting and tanking this at the same time. I don't want to die, but also I've got to keep him baited. But he's come right in really close. He's not trying to orbit me, he's just approached me, so I can just approach him, and as that happens I manage to get his shields right down and get him into armor, which is great because he's obviously going to be a shield tank Drake. So now all I know is it's just a matter of time. He's realized this, he's about turned, he's activated his afterburner again, and I've just got to try and kill him before he makes too much range again, because he certainly can with that oversized afterburner. But it's too little too late for him, and I managed to get the kill. Great little fight there though. Next up we got a Caracle Navy issue. It's a bit like buses, isn't it? You don't fight any Caldari ships and then all of a sudden they start coming along all at once. Also, I got to mention I've still got loads of skins to give away. I think only about 10 people left their in-game name in the comments on the last video that I did this, so I've got quite a few skins to give away. It doesn't matter if you sell them or use them, you do what you want with them, but they're there to be had, so just put your in-game name in the comments and I'll pick, I think I got about 30 skins to give out. I'll pick your name and give them out at the end of the month. But talking about fighting Caldari ships, I was thinking about maybe leaving Minmatar faction warfare for a little stint and joining Gallente faction warfare and fighting Caldari, just if anything to fly in a little different bit of space for a while. I don't know what the state of the Gallente Caldari battleground is like at the moment. If you want to put in the comments if you fly in EvE what it's like, whether it'd be worth doing for a bit. But I'm also training up Gallente Cruiser to 5 on this ult, so that's something that I want to get into, flying those ships as well. But again, it's really fun doing this on an ult rather than doing it all on my main character, which can fly pretty much every sort of battleship and below battle cruiser, cruisers and all the different weapon types, but I'm sort of limited now, and this character is going to grow as time goes on and branch out into new ships, and then try on those ships as I go along, learning the skills as well. And as I waffle on, he finally loses his shields, and it's not looking too good for him. It wasn't too much of a difficult fight on my tank. Now I've just got to make sure that he doesn't get away. I overheat my afterburner and get right on top of him, so I don't want any chance of losing my scram at the last minute. And there he goes. So I take my ship back to a station to repair up and get some more cap boosters and whatnot. I then jump back out and straight into another Caracle Navy issue. I'm still under the effects of the drugs that I took for the last fight, and this one did also have a cormorant. I think it was the Caldari destroyer friend that was with him, and I just popped that and then hit record, so I was caught a little bit unawares by that, so I missed that kill. But I've killed him, and then I'm moving on to the CNI. After the last fight just going so swimmingly, I just didn't have any doubt in my mind that I should take this fight and give it a go. But that's the thing with EvE, you never know what you're really going to come up against. You can tell by the ship, but you're not sure what the pilot's going to be like, what the fit is going to be like, and obviously that's the beauty of it. He's trying to defang me at the moment, but that's fine by me. That just reduces the DPS on my tank and makes things a little easier. I can just recall and pop my drones out every now and again to try and stop that. I'm just going to keep orbiting where I am and applying the DPS, and now he's entering that sort of 20-30% left of shields. I'm going to overheat my guns to try and push through that sort of toughest little bit of shield tank that he's going to have there to try and get him into armor and then hull. You know, I'm sort of making this look easy here really, aren't I? But remember, for every kill that I get, that I show, there's probably 2 deaths. Solo PvP isn't easy, it's really hard. The hardest bit is finding the fights, and you know, you can jump into gate camps, you can jump into bait and traps all the time, and it's going to happen. But it makes it more rewarding when you do find those fights, and you know, the really good close fights, and you manage to come out on top. It's worth it for that. But much the same as the last fight, as he starts to enter hull, I'm just going to try and keep right on top of him so that he doesn't get away. Very nice to log in and kill 2 Caracle Navy issues within, looking at the kill board, it was 12 minutes of each other, so yeah, that was pretty cool. Now here I've noticed a Cerberus enter the system following a thorax that is in part of my militia, and I've held my cloak for a minute to see what's going to happen, and he decides to aggress on gate. So he's taking gate gun fire on that thorax. So as soon as he aggressed, I decide to come out of cloak, approach him and help out this thorax and apply as much DPS as possible. I swear that low sec gate guns deal a lot less damage than they used to now. I've even seen like a group of 2 or 3 frigs managing to tank it and take ships out. So this isn't a definite Cerb, because this Cerb is going to have a pretty heavy tank on it. I am, however, guessing that the Cerberus didn't know that I was there and was hoping it was just going to be the thorax, so hopefully that's got the advantage that we need to take him out. And as I say that, the thorax goes down, so it's just up to me now to help get him this kill mill. I'm not taking any damage. I don't know whether he's just given up or he's burnt out his guns, but I've got no incoming damage to think about here. All I've got to do is put the pressure on his tank, and with the gate guns as well, take him out. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that goodness, and I will catch you in the next one. Fly safe.